What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things I wish I knew before filling out my Caspa application. If you are applying to PA school this cycle, this video is going to save you time and it's going to potentially allow you to apply to schools faster because of the advice I'm about to give you, the things that I wish I would have known going into the application process whenever I applied to PA school. So stay tuned. Very quickly before we get started, I want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by MyPAResource. I know we all hate ads, but if you're applying to PA school, you only want to apply one time. You don't want to be a reapplicant. You don't want to go through that whole process. And MyPAResource helps you be that applicant. They have PAs working for them, editing and revising personal statements who have literally sat on admissions committees or have been trained by those who have sat on admissions committees. So they know exactly what needs to be in a personal statement for you to stand out at any program you wish to get into. If there is one thing I would recommend putting money towards when applying to PA school as far as anything outside of your Caspa application, it would be to pay to have your personal statement professionally edited and revised. I did it and it changed my application. I got 7 interviews and I applied to 11 programs. I did have a good GPA, but my personal statement was probably the second strongest thing about my application, and I definitely attribute that to having it professionally edited. And don't just take my word for it. Look at all the positive feedback that I've received from those who have used MyPAResource. Go ahead and pause the video and read the comments for yourself. Also, use my code daywithapa, all one word, and save 10% on any one of their products. Let's jump into this video. The first thing is, you're gonna have to request transcripts from every college you attended. Any school where you took any college course whatsoever, whether you were in high school taking it as dual credit or a community college, whatever that may be, if you have a college course, you have to upload those transcripts to Caspa. So make sure you do that the day that Caspa opens because it can take a while for Caspa to receive that information and you don't want to be waiting on transcripts, thus missing a deadline in the future. Those transcripts need to be official transcripts from, like I said, any college that you've attended, and they need to be sent directly to Caspa. You can find the address on Caspa's website as far as where to send that exactly for them to receive that information. Number 2 are your letters of recommendation. Those individuals, hopefully by now, if you're already in the process of applying, you've asked all those individuals that you want to write your letters of recommendation, put in all their information day one so they get it. Those evaluators, they're busy, they have lives of their own. Honestly, I'm sorry, but the last thing they're really thinking about is your letter of recommendation. They might put it off for a few weeks. It's not a bad idea to send them a reminder a couple weeks down the road. Also, a big piece of advice is to give them an earlier deadline than when you want to submit your application. So say you want to submit your application on June 1st, give them a deadline of like May 23rd or 24th, a week before that, so that if they are a little bit slow, it's not putting you behind. So definitely stay on top of them. Make sure they know day one that they're gonna be getting an email from Caspa. They will submit their information, their letter of recommendation electronically directly into Caspa. You won't see any of that information. You should elect not to see it. There is an option on Caspa. Check that box, make sure that your evaluators, make sure that Caspa knows that you have decided that you don't want to see that letter of recommendation. It just looks better on your part as an applicant. So definitely make sure you put their information in day one and they get that information. Number 3 are your supplemental applications. This is something that I did not even know existed before I applied to PA school. I just thought it was Caspa, your personal statement, your personal information, academic history, all that good stuff. I had no idea what a supplemental application was. Here's the thing, nowadays, any program you apply to, they're pretty much gonna have their own application, which will be specific to that program. And they're likely gonna have some essay questions that you're gonna have to put some time and energy towards. This isn't stuff that you should just blow off and quickly answer in 5 or 10 minutes. It's gonna need a considerable amount of thought because this application, like I said, it's what the school is receiving directly from you, and it's why you are specifically applying to that program. So you really have to put your best foot forward. This isn't just a general essay like your personal statement. It's essay questions or short answer questions geared specifically to that program on why it is you want to apply to it and why it is you would be a good fit for them. So supplemental applications, again, every program will likely have one. They take a really long time to complete, and this is probably that one aspect of the application that took me the longest to finish. All right, number 4, it is somewhat expensive to apply to PA school if you're one of those applicants who is more around the average, applying to 7 programs or even more, 10, 12 programs, it's gonna add up. The first program you apply to, Caspa is gonna charge you $179, and every program thereafter is $55. So you can see how quickly that'll add up. And on top of that, that doesn't include your supplemental applications. So all of those individual programs, they're gonna charge you anywhere from say 50 to 100 bucks per application. If you meet the requirements financially, you can apply for a fee assistance waiver through Caspa. Make sure you fill that information out again day one when the application opens, because there's a limited number of waivers. Again, it's based on your personal finances. It'll cover that initial application fee, the $179. It won't cover any additional programs that you wish to apply to after that first program, but it does help you out a little bit. And finally, number 5, prioritize those applications with the earlier deadlines or those who utilize rolling admissions. What's nice about Caspa is that it is very type A, it's very organized. You can see individually exactly which programs you're applying to, the status of each one, how close you are to finishing that application, and you could submit those programs individually. So definitely work towards the programs at the earlier deadlines, the June, July, actually I don't think there's any June deadlines, but the July deadlines, for sure, get those applications in as soon as possible, and those programs who use rolling admissions, because the last thing you want to do is put forth all of this hard work, this time, these hours towards Caspa, and then find out that you've missed the deadline, and there's nothing you can do once you've missed a deadline. So definitely prioritize those applications. And that's it. I hope these 5 bits of advice really give you guys a leg up on the competition, help you get going on your application, and help you hopefully submit sooner. I gave myself about a month to submit, so I was around the first week of June by the time I actually got my application in, and I feel like that's a good deadline for you too. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and have a great day.